Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we have a quick video just on an anecdote from today. So as you guys know, if you guys watched the last video, I'm back in school, high school, my last year of high school. And basically I was just sitting with a group of my friends during lunch. If any of y'all are seeing this, then shout out to y'all. But basically just sitting with them and we're playing like this game. I don't know if you guys have ever played like the, what's the game called? Like the flip, like, you know, when like you have the like kind of like Pictionary, or like the thing where like someone has to act it out and then they tell you. I'm completely blanking, but basically you hold a phone on your head and then you flick it down, flick it up if you get it wrong, and then flip it down if you get it right. I'm doing this game, right, and it was my turn to go, and I kept messing up the thing. So I would get it right, and then I would go up and it was wrong, and I would keep doing this and keep messing up, and I did it like 3 or 4 times where I went the wrong way. And I was kind of like, okay, well, this is kind of weird. Like I'm a very coordinated person. I mean, I've played sports since I've played sports since I can remember, right? Like since I was very little, I used to play soccer, I played basketball. I mean, honestly, any sport. I played tennis before. I played all kinds of sport. I'm a very coordinated person. I'm a very athletic person. I don't typically, make that mistake mentally connecting to something else, right? And so I started to think about it, like, oh, why is this happening, right? And I'll get to the business side of this in a second. But secondly, further in the day, I got to physical therapy. So I went to physical therapy, and I'm sitting there in physical therapy, walk in, do my warm up, do all my strength stuff, bunch of stuff. If you guys aren't familiar, I tore my ACL about 8 months ago, and so I'm still rehabbing from that. So basically, my physical therapist lines me up. He puts, we're doing this drill, right? And he puts all these different colored like workout balls, like these tiny little like things that you throw, but he scatters them all around. So they're all these different colors. So it's yellow, blue, purple, white, green, whatever, all these different colors. And I'm standing in the middle of this circle surrounded by these, workout balls or whatever you want to call them. And he yells out a colors, and I have to react quick, get to the cone, get back to the middle, knock a soccer ball back to him, and then get to another cone. And I'm doing this exercise, and like immediately I'm like, boom, get to the red, boom, get to the yellow, boom, 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 knocking these out, going as quick as I can. Top of my mind, completely locked in on exactly what I was doing. And that's kind of like, after as I was walking out, I was like, you know what, this kind of reminds me to school. When we had that thing, but instead of performing at a low level, I performed at an extremely high level, right? And I'm getting to all these points, I'm turning, I'm going quick, right? And I was like, okay, so what's the difference between this scenario that I have here and the scenario that I had, at school? And I came to the conclusion that it was all about focus, okay? So in that time that I was at PT, I was fully focused, like fully entranced in the activity, looking, analyzing everything. I'd scan every single time, figuring out where the things were. And this is obviously a much harder activity to do than flip a phone up or flip a phone down, right? It's not necessarily anything about coordination or the difficulty of the exercise. It's just a lack of focus. And I'm like, okay, why am I not focused in school? And it's because I have all these different distractions around me. I have all these social, when you're in a social environment, I'm a very observant person. I'm looking around. I don't have a clear thought in my head besides trying to figure out what I'm doing, right? And it's all scattered. It's all over the place. So now I'm going to relate it to business. What does that mean for business? That means that a lot of times as business owners, we get scatterbrained. We lose focus of the main goal, the sight, the vision, whatever it is that's driving you, right? And a lot of times, like especially like these past 2 weeks, I've felt that a lot. Where it's like, I'm kind of sitting here and I'm like, what am I really even doing, right? But you kind of have to take yourself back. You have to set yourself, goals. You have to set yourself a checklist, and not necessarily goals, but make a checklist every day of things you want to knock out. Like today, my goal is on the checklist is to knock out about 20 outreach pieces for this new opportunity I'm looking into. So I'm gonna do that. Then I have to read about 2 or 3 chapters of my book, and then I also have a couple things I want to do YouTube wise and some other stuff that I have that I don't want to reveal in this video. But that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. Focus, how important that is in business. In my little experience, because a year a year of business at 16 years old, and now 17 is not very much, right? But in my little experience, I've found that is a key, right? And it's so simple to say, oh yeah, just focus on what you're doing, but it's really just having a plan, having a structure, more than a plan, a structure of kind of what you're aiming for, and always keeping that in mind, right? Because if you're scatterbrained, you're not going to perform well. You're going to flip the phone the wrong way. You're going to flip the phone the other way. You're not going to answer right? So it's just those things that kind of like, I guess, drive you in the wrong direction. Now, before I close out this video, you guys are probably wondering, why do you have a sword? I don't know. I genuinely just wanted to have a sword in this video because I thought I would get more clicks if I had a sword in it. So thank you for watching.